Welcome back to the Renovation at Swope Memorial. I'm Josh Linn, I'm the golf course superintendent here. Today I want to talk a little bit about progress we've made in the last month or so. As you'll see, there's progress everywhere, like we talked about last time with the tees. The tees continue to being built. We also have all the main lines in and the laterals are being pulled. They have irrigation crews all over the course. Some are putting in lateral, some are putting in some of the heads. We are logging heads into the central. Even though it's very hot today, we did get about 7 inches of rain, which greened everything up here, as well as filled the pond. The crews are working on shaping in bunkers. We're getting the bunker liner in. We're hoping this week, not certainly next week, we'll start installing some better Billy bunker system. The drainage, the gravel's going in now. Some of the finish shaping for greens to prepare for grassing is happening now. We're probably roughly a week out from grassing greens. Some tees, we're calling it phase 1, and things are gonna move really quickly at that point. As I promised, I wanted to speak on the irrigation system a little bit today. The guys have pulled in laterals on about 4 or 5 holes, and as they're doing that, another crew comes behind, installs sprinkler heads. We have pullers on site. They've got a couple different crews pulling. There's a few different crews out wiring and splicing. The irrigation system that's going in here at Swope is the state-of-the-art Rainbird IC system. It's basically a 2-wire system or a modification of a 2-wire system, and it gets rid of all the controllers that are on the course. It gives us incredible control over individual heads from a central, also our cell phones, iPads, they work the same way as the central. We can tap into anything that we need to. Everything that's being installed is GPS so that I can check my location from where I'm standing. If there's a head close to me, I can diagnose that head, run anything nearby. This is an example of the heads we're installing. This particular one's a Rainbird 952. It's equipped with a 56 gallon a minute head. The majority of what's going out here will be this to move a lot of water, and our spacing between heads can be a lot longer. The other heads, we have 752s going in, several different nozzles for those. Really the takeaway from that is just the control we're gonna have. You know, we have each individual head is basically broken down to exactly how far we want to throw, how much water we want to send per minute. The control is incredible. So outside of just upgrading every aspect of this irrigation system, our capacity to move water is substantially higher. I know I've mentioned it in the past. It doesn't mean we're going to use more water at Swope. It just means we're so much more efficient with it. Our old system could only run roughly 500 gallons a minute. The problem with that is to water everything we need to water, we have to get into some of the daylight hours and we lose stuff to evaporation. With the new system, we have the capacity to push upwards of 1,300 gallons a minute or more. That just tightens our water window down to the point that we will be doing all of our water overnight. Shouldn't have any impact on golf. Won't have to start it before the sun goes down, shouldn't have it running when the sun comes up. Makes us way more efficient. Plus, with how accurate these heads are and the distribution uniformity on these, getting water exactly where we want it and the exact amount helps us use significantly less. So just to give a quick breakdown on how these are distributed throughout the course, we have roughly 800 heads going in, give or take. We section them off into 5 different categories. We do greens, perimeters, tees, fairways, rough. There's a couple subcategories for like our nursery and stuff like that, but those are the main 5. The greens, you know, depending on the size of the green, it'll have 5 or 6 heads, give or take. And we have those pointed inward. There's part circle heads. That gives us lots of control. So if we don't want water anywhere outside the green, we won't. Same with our perimeter heads. They're just the opposite of the greens. We put 5 or 6, like I said, around the greens. They just point out. That makes it so if we need to water the banks, but we don't want to water the greens, we have the control to do that. Tees are pretty much any head that's close to a tee that hits it. They're full circle. And then fairways and rough are the same thing. So to get 800 heads out in this field, it takes a significant amount of pipe. There's about roughly 25,000 linear feet of main line out here and about 50,000 linear feet of laterals, moving a lot of water. Another great aspect of this system, the amount of control it gives us, is with us getting ready to start growing these greens in. We have the capability of running all kinds of different programs for grassing. We can run programs for wetting bunkers and getting them prepped and packed as we get the sand poured in. It really just gives us all the control we need to grow the course in. From start to finish, this has really been fantastic, this install of the irrigation. One of my favorite parts is we don't have any joints in the ground. It's all HDPE and everything is welded. So there's no glue joints. We don't have to worry about that sort of stuff failing, and that adds some peace of mind to us. We're super excited. Next time, we should have significantly more water on the golf course, and the final step will be hooking in our pump system so we can get to that capacity that we're after. I feel like we've covered so much to this point, yet, you know, taking a step back and looking at it, we have so much more I want to cover in the videos coming up. I still want to discuss the bunker install, the Better Billy bunker going in, get into that a little bit. Cart paths should start moving this week. We'll have some asphalt down here in the next 7 to 10 days, hopefully. I want to talk a little bit about the grass we've chosen and why and where we're putting it and that process, some of the greens construction, and before you know it, we'll be open and ready for play. I just want to say thanks for watching. We really do enjoy doing these. I also like having conversations with people that have seen them, so we appreciate you. Check back. Hopefully in a month or so, we'll have another one rolling out, and we'll see you next time.